this Ummah is one big community. Okay? What is stopping us, right, as 2 billion strong from producing world-class products, right? And platforms, like we just talked about the social media platforms. We can talk about all these tools that we're all using. What is stopping the Muslims from building these products? Look, I'll give you an example. We talk about this a lot. China, Russia have their own platforms. They don't need Google.
Even India.
Even India now. They don't need Google. They don't need none of these Western platforms. They have their own. When we talk about China, okay, we can say 1.3 mil. India, 1.4 million people. Billion people, right? Russia, how many? 100 plus million?
Yeah, at least.
Not 200, right? Million. So now it's not about because there are over 1 billion people, but then the Ummah, the Muslim Ummah, for sure we have things that unite us.
But we're scattered. That's the thing.
Right, but we have 2 billion people. That's the biggest single market in the world, literally, right? So what is stopping us? Is it because of lack of skills? Is it because of confidence? Is it because we lack unity, what you just said now? Or is it something deeper than that? What is it?
Scarcity mindset. Go ahead.
Yeah, further. I was just going to say, I think it has to do with, again, being self-satisfied, right? We think, okay, we don't need more because we already have everything we need.
But what do we have?
We're talking about technologically, right? Okay, let's say you have the iPhone, you have a lot of Android phones and stuff. Somebody may sit there and think, okay, I can create a better phone, but how am I going to do that with this in this market? Right? Like you kind of like, okay, and then you kind of give up on that idea because you think about the difficulties that come with building.
The Chinese don't think like that. Huawei has their own thing.
That's the difference. I'll tell you. For example, recently I saw this company in India, an AI company, that built an LLM, right? Brand new, from the ground up. They built their own AI model, right? And then they launched it. Of course, there was nobody downloaded it. Nobody used it. And people were laughing at them online. But I'm like, this is how people lose, because these people laughing will never build anything. But these people, they understand that now. Indians are understanding that we are late to the competition, but we're going to start now. In 10 years, check back and see who's laughing now.
For sure.
That's how it works.
Like
you get started. Exactly.
Viral.
Exactly.
Your Chinese.
Exactly. You know, your first product, your first few products, most likely, will never be anywhere near where you want it.
People laughed at the first iPhone.
Exactly. You know, so it's like even ChatGPT. You talk about even, before, because ChatGPT, again, it made AI mainstream. But before that, companies have been using it in private for years, right? Like they had version 3 and 2 before that and everything. But these were not great models at all. Like it was laughable, exactly, right? But we don't know this because they took a long time to build it in the back. In the back of the curtain, basically, right? Nobody was seeing the issues with those models, right? But once they were confident to put it in public, now they iterate it even faster. I mean, look at between 3.5 and where we are now, 4.1. It's massive difference. It's a massive difference, you know? So I believe the Muslims, we can do a lot of things when we come together, you know, but the problem is the coming together part, for sure.
So you think you think the biggest issue is the unity?
I think, again, thinking that we have what we need already, maybe in terms of just like, okay, you know what, we don't need another phone, we don't need another Facebook, right? But, you know, I think that's like the number one thing, right? Thinking that we have everything we need, which we don't. That's been
provided by...
Yes, exactly. Which they have control of, which they can cut off anytime, you know. But, and again, people have tried to, for example, create another Facebook for the Muslims. But guess what? The Muslims are not ready. They didn't use it. You know,
they
didn't support it. Exactly, right? People have tried to.
There was sorry to cut you off. There was one that I actually used for a good 6 months. Built by this brother who kind of forgot about the project, but that's what I'm seeing a lot.
Right.
It's leadership, it's these founders, it's the investors. Even I don't think you need investment as much anymore. People are bootstrapping and just doing by themselves a lot easier because of AI. But also governments. Now there's a massive discrepancy between government initiatives, regulations, and AI. So, good example is the UAE now said all schools here can have ChatGPT Plus for free. If you want to build a model on top of GPT, go ahead, free tokens, all of that, right? Because Sheikh, like the royalty here, and Trump and what's his name? Sam Altman shook hands. That's all it took, right? The leaders coming together and realizing, in the next 5-10 years, this was going to happen. And they're kind of moving the dice. They're moving the pieces. They're kind of like controlling a lot, but we just don't know because we're just too busy in our own heads. So this app, anyway, it was basically a social media for Muslims. And you can, every time you post, you can post whatever you want. Obviously, it's regulated, but every time you post, if someone likes it, every time you post, you pick a charity you want to send money to. And they'll do it. They had like 10 charities from different sectors.
Nice.
Every time you post, and if someone likes your post or comments, or curious more, even if it's just a few pennies, right?
Amazing.
And you can imagine, how many people are posting like 10 times a day, right?
Yeah.
And just getting that, and you can see your feed, your analytics, how much you're contributing to charity. That's it. It's called mini deeds. So I'm not sure where that project is now, but someone just picks that up along, and it was good. Like, I didn't see any toxicity there. I didn't see anything bad there. I actually enjoyed it.
That's the problem, though.
Yeah.
Not seeing any toxicity is the problem because that's what people enjoy. That's what people go for.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Twitter is probably the most toxic place in the world, right? To be honest, but for me, it's my go-to place for news, for all of these things.
For news is the fastest place.
And everything, right? Because it's they have some good spaces in there. But the point is, if you wanted to build a Muslim social media app, the first, barrier you have is that if you're gonna, if you're gonna have a lot of limitations, like, for example, no haram pictures, people will leave.
Yeah, exactly.
People will not use it because you're saying you have a lot of limitations. So again, that's what I'm saying. We're not willing to sacrifice, a lot of things, that we want, that our hearts desire, because of, because of desires. That's all it is,